Former British ambassador to the US, Peter Mandelson, has been arrested by Met Police on suspicion of misconduct in public office during his friendship with the convicted sex offender, Jeffrey Epstein. So, Rawia, give us the latest. He's been arrested. What's the latest on this story?
Yes, well, a lot of things are happening in the UK after we've seen former Prince Andrew arrested and then released after a few hours. We have now former British ambassador to the US, Peter Mandelson, that we've heard his name, we've seen news about him in the UK, in the US, all across international media in the past few months. Since he was fired from his position as the UK ambassador to the United States in September. Of course, he was arrested on the suspicion of misconduct in public office because of his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. There are suspicions that he gave sensitive information, classified information, that he got because of his position as the ambassador to Jeffrey Epstein, and that's of course illegal. So therefore, he's been arrested by the London police for questioning. We don't know if the same scenario is going to repeat itself as it was with former Prince Andrew, that he would be released after a few hours. We're going to have to wait and see. But this is basically what happened.
As they always say, follow the money, right, Jono?
Well, this one, it seems this is a follow-up, isn't it? I mean,
will he get out soon?
Well, we don't know the answer to that. But with Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, we knew the scenario behind it. We knew that he was arrested, that they were conducting searches and investigations of his home or homes. Similarly has been happening with Peter Mandelson. So officers detained him at home and then carried out searches while examining whether any confidential information was improperly shared during his time in government. So this is the exact same accusation or the exact same questioning line which they're going down the route from Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. It is misconduct in public office, which, as we've said before, is a very, very difficult thing to prove. Mandelson, of course, has vehemently denied any wrongdoing. He is not accused of any sexual offences. He remains under investigation as police continue gathering that evidence. And so it will be a case of wait and see. They will be entitled to 24 hours where they can detain him while they are questioning him. And at such a point, they will either need to make a charge or to release him pending investigation, which is the line that we heard released from Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. So I think we will have a similar situation here. And of course, depending on what those allegations are and what Mandelson, what they discover in his home, will be the decider on what happens next in this investigation. But it does seem like it's part of the same operation, whatever that operation is. We know there's 16 different members of the police forces in the UK, 16 different, completely different outlets that are involved in information that has been shared from the Epstein files. We don't know what exactly those are. We don't know if they're in relation to sexual misconduct or public office misconduct, but there are 16 different departments which are currently investigating the outcome of the Epstein files.
We will know soon. But does this remind you of, because tell us a bit more about the details of the operation. Does it remind you of Operation U-Tree a while back?
So I guess if you look back, and that was Operation U-Tree was 2012 when they had this, and this was the one that had the revelations about Jimmy Savile that was in there. And we saw convictions from Rolf Harris, Max Clifford, Gary Glitter. They were all in this as well. And what we saw there was a mass, and it was kept very quiet at the time, and it was afterwards we found out this is Operation U-Tree, this is what it was. It was done in order to get information from these high-profile people who'd been accused and later charged of sexual misconduct. And I think what we're seeing here, and obviously it's very different, and both Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and also Peter Mandelson have denied any wrongdoing at this time in relation to the charges against them, but it is in relation to public office. So it is a multi-disciplinary approach towards this from multiple different units within the Met Police and potentially other police outfits as well, who are now collaborating together in order to try to find something that will stick in terms of the charges that they may have against Peter Mandelson and Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. So it's a case of trying to collect the evidence, gathering that evidence, investigation pending, and then we'll find out the outcome of this. But it could be 2 years before we see any conviction if there is any evidence of any wrongdoing as a result of these searches, which we know are ongoing at the moment.
Exactly, a bit soon, but we will know soon about these investigations. But I think we can agree that the UK is showing a good example of accountability.
I have to say that
versus
even
the
in the
US.
media, there's a lot of articles compare the UK to the US when it comes to the Epstein scandal, and how the UK government has been dealing with it compared to the American administration and the White House. And they all were saying that it seems that, you know, there's definitely a little bit more accountability in the UK, while the scandal is causing less damage in the US, let's put it that way.